Message from Bald and Bonkers Network. We would like to remind everybody that certain topics of discussion may not be comfortable for all listeners. Certain viewpoints may not reflect those of our partners, sponsors, affiliates, our hosts, or that of our guests. We would like to encourage everybody to keep a respectful and open climate of discussion for all topics, no matter how disturbing they may be. So viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a brand new year and the world is getting crazier than ever before. And there's only two idiots who know best to bring it to you. Join Christopher Mole and Dakota Francis every week on the Bald and Bonkers Show. You never know what's going to happen. Good morning, Oh, wait, wrong movie.
Good morning, Vietnam. Is that? I can't. You were going to do something. I'm just watching it on Twitch now. I'm just watching it coming up on Twitch for everybody else that's watching this. This is obviously a pre-recording for you guys. But I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat for next week. Hello, everybody! So you're not really there. So I can't really talk to anybody. But there you go.
We better specify that we made some changes to how we run shit now, so people ain't messaging us just like, why are you ignoring me?
I know. You only talk to me in the live.
Well, it's not about you. If it was about you, we have you as a guest.
I know. And we've got some good news about our podcast. Our podcast is doing really well, isn't that right, Dakota?
Yes. I was going through the podcast side of things, and we are rated higher than 99% of other podcasts. It's a weird category for a show called Bald and Bonkers, but we're in the religion and spirituality category for Anchor, which is run by Spotify, and we somehow have higher ratings than 99% of everyone in that category.
I know.
That almost gave me an aneurysm when I saw that.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I would have been looking for a new co-host, even although I wouldn't be able to get into this because he owns it, and you have to start all over again.
It was hey, I'm the youngest, so it's sadder if I go.
What do you mean it's sadder? I'm just closer to God than you, I suppose. You know. No, think about
all the weird shit you.
What do you mean weird shit?
Of all the weird shit you've seen around me, you try to make a claim like that? God damn.
Like, they call me the great master of the beyond. No, they don't actually. I've just made that up. But what?
I don't know about you, man. I swear.
I've not had my vape tonight. I've not had my vape tonight, so it's not that. I wonder if it's it must be my sugar-free beverage. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but I've been drinking sugar-free beverages. I've not had a sugary drink, right, in 3 weeks.
Oh, man, I don't know. My fucking sugar cravings have been so high lately. And, like Barry Fitzgerald said, apparently that's a sign that you're being messed with psychically because of processed sugar apparently can act like an anesthetic for psychic ability. I'm just like, fuck, Barry!
I will admit this. 3 days ago, I ate an entire box of Ferrero Rochers. I know I'm a greedy bugger.
Oh, I can't judge. I had a full pack of double stuff Oreo birthday cake.
Oh, you have tried the Oreo ice cream? Have you tried the Oreo ice cream? It's like a frozen cookie. It's like a giant cookie that's frozen.
You know, when I used to work at the deli in Walmart, we obviously have like little deli salads. We used to have this one. I don't know how they got away with calling it a salad, but it was, I can't remember what they called it, but it was like Oreo cookies and cream frosting. And that's all it was. That's all it was.
Yeah. I've seen that. Here,
it's just, Oreo. Oh my God, that was good.
You never seen the giant Oreos?
I've seen the giant Oreos.
No. The giant frozen Oreos with the ice cream in the middle of them. You get them here.
Oh God!
When
did this turn into a food show?
It's just so big, and you bite into it, and the crumbleness comes down. You know, this is why people love us so much, because we're fucking crazy. You know,
it's like I know my birthday is coming up, and I already got a cake
all the time. For the cold weather and snow and everything.
It's like,
Diabolical.
I already got a cake picked out for my birthday. I don't need
That's
ideas.
right. 73.
7. What the fuck?
No, what age will you be?
27.
27, ladies and gentlemen. We all know we have to sing him happy birthday, you know?
Oh, God.
Happy birthday to you.
Yo, but here's the thing. You kind of jump into the show. I don't know what is going on lately. Well, I have a few theories, but doesn't it seem like the sky is falling, for lack of a better word?
Would you mean like Independence Day? Aye, you're right about that.
I know.
It's just madness, man. It's like you were saying, the comet thing that you were talking about before we come on, which we'll talk about in a wee while.
I mean,
But-
it was like we have a comet that has supposed to not been able to be seen on Earth in 50,000 years. That's supposed to be flying by. We're supposed to be able to see it with the naked eye, which means that the weather is going to be fucking shitty and block the view the entire time. It never fails.
Or they'll be like
Pisses
that
me
in the
off.
phone. They'll be like that. The government, right? Start spraying chemtrail the skies, spray everything. We don't want them.
Oh, we got so many Air Force bases around here that shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
I actually saw someone drawing hearts in the sky a couple weeks back,
Oh god.
and I'm just like, who got engaged? I didn't
I
know that was a thing.
I must admit, some of the pilots that fly the fighter jets are very, very good at what they do. I mean, could you climb into the cockpit of an F-15 with all the switches and knobs and stuff like that and just take off in it?
No, because I would be too big.
Well, I would actually, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want, we could do that as a Bald and Bonkers special.
Oh dear Lord!
You could go up in an airplane with the pilot. You could sit in the back there, you know. It'd be like Top Gun, Bald and Bonkers. I can see it now.
Top Gun, Bald and Bonkers.
Yes, I can see you now, you know, jamming into that cockpit, you know, jamming a couple of guys, jumping up and down top of the hatch to get it sealed up, you know. It'd be fun. Don't worry about me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be on the ground, making sure everything's secure.
Oh, come on. You're getting old. You need to live your life a bit more.
What do you mean? You sacrifice me? See, that's that, ladies and gentlemen.
Why are you sacrificing me?
Because you're the youngest and you need experience more life. I've seen life.
Have you?
No, particularly, no, really, no. But honestly, you're into that kind of thing, you know. But anyway, what do you think about Russia this weather?
Here come the technical issues. All right. So,
holiday destination.
And with Russia, obviously, there's a lot of tensions, a lot of speculation, a lot of weird sightings going on. And we've said it before here on the show. A lot of what we're seeing now has not been seen since the Second World War.
Yeah.
And the biggest piece of information that's coming out of southern Russia right now is the fact that they are claiming to have shot down a UFO.
Yes. We do have the footage, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a TikTok channel called We Are Light. I upload multiple videos. I've actually downloaded quite a few videos tonight for the viewing. But let me play a video for you. What's that? You opening that door to allow your cat out? I nearly said the other word there, the P word.
Yeah, you like to say I'm playing with my pussy the entire time.
He's letting his pussy out.
I don't understand that cat. I leave the door open a crack. You think this is the one with the extra toes, and she can use those extra toes like she has an opposable thumb. She'd be smart enough to open the damn, just nudge the door a little bit to open it up. But no, she is.
There you go. Would you like to see the video? I think this is the video. I hope this is the video, but here we go. Now, we'll play that a couple more times. But, Dakota, will you explain what kind of weapon they used there?
All right. First off, obviously, remember, we do have the podcast version of this where it's just audio only. So, ladies and gentlemen, with the video that is provided, you see eyewitnesses describe what looks like a tennis ball sized ball of light.
Yep.
It's about kind of an orangish color flying through the air. Then all of a sudden you see what looks like a little bit of a laser pointer pointing at it.
Yep.
Then boop, gone.
Yeah.
This is a demonstration of what's known as direct energy weapons, which are laser-based technologies meant for like missile defenses to shoot down rogue bomber airplanes, stuff like that. The fact that they're shooting down a target that small, it's kind of scary when you think about it.
Well, it's they reckon it's about the size. They say it's about the size of a tennis ball, but see if you look at it, I would say it was more a football.
Well,
we're talking about European soccer here. We're talking about a soccer ball.
Here's the thing. You got to be careful when you're dealing with aerial footage because you don't exactly have a decent frame of reference to tell the size. That's the thing you got to be careful with.
We'll play it 2 more times for the viewers to watch. See, that's actually really interesting, and this is for the viewers. I'll explain it to the viewers that say listen to the podcast. Imagine a ball of light, right? And if you look at that really I don't know if you've seen that, Dakota, did you? Where you can see at the sides as if it's like sparks. At the side, that must be the lasers.
That would be the surface of it reacting to the laser, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just goes pop. Whatever happened to it, there will be fragments, but they've probably been picked up by now, let's face it.
Well, southern Russia, that particular area is actually well known by the civilians to have all sorts of shit going on. And basically, when the alarms start going off that the air defense systems are being activated, they don't react. It's that common over there. It's my understanding of it.
Let's watch that one more time because I just want to look at something. You know, see that's quite weird. It looked like it was getting ready to like fly away, as if it knew it was going to be attacked. Did you see that? As if it was like powering up, because there's like a wee beam of light comes out the back. It is just as the lasers hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Play it one more time. You see it? You see the puffy light? It's like a jet engine activating.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's definitely reacting to it. Either, let's see, you got to realize when it comes to these types of weapon systems that were used against it, it practically liquidates it.
Oh god, yeah. But lucky if there's anything left, yeah.
So you're going to see little poofs of smoke like that. But it definitely does react the second you start seeing that something's hitting it. It is reacting and trying to get the hell out of there. But this took place on January 3rd. So this is how recent this is.
But here's where I'm going to go about the UFO alien kind of encounter here, right? Say it's aliens, right? They say they're meant to be the most sophisticated. They're millions of years more advanced, right? Right? And it blew up. It blew up, or were they testing to see what Russia's capabilities were? Was it a probe of some kind?
Here's what I know. We don't exactly. None of the files out there suggest that there is. Okay, there's one alleged sighting from some school kids that allegedly got shot in Argentina. I believe this was back in the 50s. But there isn't really any known species small enough to fly around in a craft that small. So it's most likely some type of probe.
Yeah. What was that? Was that them thinking, right? But let's just say it's an alien race and it's thinking that this place is out of control. They're causing too much deaths. We need to do something. Let's test their defense system, right? Let's send the probe in with no shields on. See what they've got. Because let's face this, because all the other encounters with like UFOs with the American military, right? You know the ones where they've chased it, the jet fighters have chased this thing that they can't catch.
Mhm.
And no country in the world will admit to having this, you know?
Mhm.
So it makes you wonder, yes, they've got technology that can basically survive nuclear weapons, can survive all these type of things, but they let one of their ships get destroyed. But it wasn't really a ship, because let's face it was the size of a tennis ball. And you need to be pretty small to climb inside that. It was a probe of some kind.
According to the news article, which I posted here in the chat, so for anybody who wants to see the link to the original article that posts this out, this was actually announced through the app Telegram that something got shot down. They say it was roughly the size of a ball, flying about 1.5 miles in the air, which is pretty low for something. And already the region is under high intensity because of the situation with Ukraine right now. And everybody basically, they're wanting to fire off guns, but they're not wanting to be responsible for starting off the Third World War. Is essentially what's going on.
This is what I need to say now. Right? This is me going away from the alien side of things, right? You can get drones the size of a tennis ball that look like a tennis ball that glow different colours. You know what I'm talking about? They're like wee balls, right? And you throw them up, and they'll actually come back to you. What happens if there's been something wrong with one, right? It's hypothetical here. Someone's maybe messed with it in some way. They threw it up and it's kept going up. And it's triggered the defense system. Because let's face it, after a certain altitude, they will pick that up. Doesn't matter what size it is.
Technically it is possible. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
But tensions would have to be pretty high if they're reacting to what's essentially a children's toy.
But think about it. Where it is the new inside that country, because I'm not naming the country because in case we get attacked or something. There's drone strikes happening right now. There's air bases getting hit. There's petroleum plants getting hit. There's refineries getting hit. There's ammunition dumps getting hit inside that country. So obviously they're going to be on high alert. Think about it.
Both sides are on high alert right now.
Yeah.
Because there's efforts right now to try to put a stop to the situation. Now, granted, there's certain tycoons out of the region who are highly spoken out against the war right now. About 20 of them, I think that it's up to now, have all died within a couple months of each other under mysterious circumstances. That's the Kremlin for you.
Do you know something, right? And this is a footage that I've not downloaded yet. And I was going to download it, but I've not the chance. But so next week, I'll put it out here. Right? I do have it for my TikTok, right? But I've not had a chance to edit it or stuff, right? Have you seen the video of the helicopter taking off from the stadium?
I don't believe I have.
Right. There's a helicopter. People will know on TikTok. Look it up. Everybody's put it out there. There's I can't remember what type of helicopter it is. Is an expensive looking one anyway. Jet Ranger, I think it is. You know, the gas turbine ones. Takes off. It lands in the football field, and it takes off. And it gets higher, and it gets higher, and it gets higher, and it's higher. And then all of a sudden, it starts to spin out of control. Boom! Explodes. Right? Crashes outside the stadium. But if you watch very closely, right? If you watch, and everybody's talking about this, I should have done it for the night, but I didn't have time. I just seen it tonight, and I thought, right, I'll do it next week. As the helicopter hovers above the stadium, in comes this weird-looking wee ball of light, and it's going fast, and it passes it. And it passes it so quickly. See, as soon as it leaves the blade area of the helicopter starts spinning anti-clockwise. Boom. And they think that it maybe wasn't meant. Whoever they were, the extraterrestrials, whoever they were, didn't mean to do it, but whatever was making the ship propulsion-wise go interfered with the chopper and caused total engine, because they actually say I found out today that the engine total engine failure. All electronics went out.
I love how there was a flicker on your end right as you did that.
What?
Like your lights just adjusted.
That's weird, that. Leave a boot and just do it. Again, I tell you what, if you are watching me extraterrestrials from beyond, make it flicker when I do this. It does, doesn't it?
Not as dramatic. I mean, it looked like you had like a power bump.
The power of God.
Oh, right. Dear God.
You know? But do you think I'll need to get that video out, guys, but I have got some selection of videos that I have put up in the last week. Would you like to see them? What one do you want to put up first, Dakota? I'll let you pick it.
Let's just go down the list here.
Yeah. That one's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Now, I've turned the sound off, guys, because of copyright reasons, right? I don't know how YouTube and Twitch and other things will thing, you know, but obviously on TikTok I can play the sound. I mean, it's quite interesting. This was near Florida. I'm not giving you the exact location, but this was near Florida, right? People have said, oh, was it a stadium? There was no stadiums nearby. This is rural Florida. So you've got swamplands round about you, basically. I don't know what Florida's like. Right, I'm Scotland. I'm from Scotland, obviously. Tell my accent. What's your opinion on this, Dakota? The blue ring, for the people in the podcast, it's a blue ring in the sky.
Well, number one, I think you need to start doing more homework on where these videos are taking place, you know, just for points of reference.
Oh, no. I know that. When I researched listen to it. When I researched that, I know not many people know actually where it was. They know it was within a 40-mile radius of Florida, a certain part of Florida, which I'm not going to mention, right? What's your opinion on it? What is your opinion on it?
All right. You're that damned and determined to shut me down. All right. It would have to be a sophisticated light show because obviously it's Florida, highly polluted area, you know, dealing with a lot of smog in that particular video from the looks of it. So it would not take much to create that type of effect, to be completely honest.
But see, and this is my honest opinion, see if you sat and watch it over and over again, you can actually notice that the lights are actually slowly moving clockwise.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I'll play it again. See how they're turning just so very slowly. I mean, to cause some light refraction like that, you need to be using heavy duty lights. Think about it. Look at
this is why people have suggested like stadium lights, because a foggy enough day, enough clouds in the sky. You know, that's why they say technically, you know, the Batman signal ain't practical unless it's a cloudy as fuck day.
But would a light reflection into the sky cause it to look like it's turning so very slowly?
Depending on the way the clouds
Can we pause that when it plays? Can we pause that when it plays?
Not through that. Not when it's sitting in StreamYard, no.
I mean, we could talk while it's playing, obviously, but...
Well, yeah, because there's no sound to it right now.
Yeah, because I've taken the sound off it because of copyright reasons. I mean, if you look, right, and Ken, this has got to sound strange. It's like only one side's visible, which I find strange. Do you know? See, the other side doesn't have. It's like half a circle. See?
One of the little theories that gets tossed out is like it's only certain parts of the actual craft that are becoming that are, how do I put this? Basically, you can think of the three-dimensional world that we can physically see, touch, hear, smell, as the inside of a cardboard box, and we're only seeing the part of the craft that's actually sticking inside of it. We're not seeing the full thing, which maybe the case. I don't know. It's kind of hard to test.
You've maybe seen the here we go. I'm going to try and pronounce this propulsion side of things.
Good job.
You're maybe seeing what you're trying to say is you're maybe seeing the propulsion side of things. You're seeing the exhaust of the propulsion, what's ever powering that craft. The rest of it's obviously closed, right? You can't see it. Mm-hmm. But you're seeing it's. I'm not saying it's gases that's coming out. I don't know. I'm not an expert in UFOs, but it's maybe some type of energy waves that's getting emitted from whatever reactor that's running it, right? And it's reacting with the clouds, whatever's in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's causing the light. It's particles inside the energy that's causing that reaction. Well, there you go. I sounded really intelligent there, didn't I?
Obviously, if you excite molecules a certain way, which is allegedly how most of these craft are actually handled, you're going to get a glow. You're going to have radiation come off of it enough to where you can mess up passing vehicles, going back to the whole helicopter crash one you mentioned.
Yes.
The thing is, tell you what, that's where this gets to be difficult to fight. It's just that there's so much we actually do know already that makes it to where we can't just outright toss these things out.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a video the other night, and it was Dr. Stephen Greer, right? And he was talking about the propulsion of some of the ships that he worked on, right? And they were talking about energy fields, right? Energy fields tend to glow, right? They tend to glow. Look at the northern lights. That's the sun radiation reacting with the shield around the Earth, right? Right. So what happens if this is the same kind of thing? Yes, their ships are highly sophisticated. Yes, they can't be seen. But when they turn their engines on to hover, because let's face it, these ships will be flying along. They'll be using some type of propulsion to make them fly along. But sometimes they might want to stop and just hover there. So they might have to do something. They might have to turn a different type of engine on. And that's what gives them away. That's how maybe the American military or British military or whoever can find them. Because it's quite interesting that it's one of these mind bogglers. Never know until one of them lands in Wrestling.
Well, here's the thing. You can actually detect when those kind of magnetic fluctuations happen.
Yep.
There's already radar systems in place to monitor these types of things. And there's even been the idea of training AI to read it so we can actually have even faster predictions to where we may have better prep time in the event that something's about to go south.
Now, what's happening right now in the Blue Ridge Mountains? You know more about it than me. I've not had a chance to watch that video that you sent me.
All right. So what he's talking about, and the reason we have a specific reason why this caught our interest. So, as many you know who've been following this show for a while now, we've managed to become good friends with Elena Denon. One of her recent videos, in fact, I should probably try to bring it up and link it so that way people can check out what we're talking about. Her contact within the Galactic Federation of Worlds, Thor Honoridian, revealed that he was having meetings, that he was on Earth and having meetings within a military base within the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Now, that And basically, they're getting ready for the grand reveal. That was the basic message. Now, what caught my interest about this, not only has Elena's one of those ones where there's way too much weird things going on that you can easily toss her theories out.
Yeah.
And I got the video here, so we're going to go ahead and just post it in the chat and put it up on screen so people can check it out later.
I remember giving her a subscribe, guys, because she's really got a really good channel.
Yeah, and she's been a great help to us trying to put this stuff together. The basic idea for these meetings was to collaborate on disclosure. It's like you said, one of her predictions was that by the time 2024 rolls around, the more humanoid species out there, the ones that basically look identical to humans, maybe a couple features that are a little different, they're going to start coming and showing themselves.
Yep.
Now, this also happens to connect with one of our more, how do we put this? One of our wildest personalities on the show we've had that we unfortunately had the misfortune of losing last year.
Yeah.
This also happens to be the area where Mike the Naked Bigfoot resided.
Yes, that's right.
And this, I'm not trying to pimp out his name. No disrespect to the family. None of that. When we first met Mike on through a previous group that Chris and I met, where Chris and I actually met, there was some very interesting interference. I would love to show the video where it happened, but unfortunately that channel got taken down. But there was some very interesting interference on Mike's end. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mike claims he's had a history with the local Sasquatch population attacking his property.
Mm-hmm.
There was interference that almost sounded identical to like radio transmissions just before an alien invasion in a movie.
Yes, I remember that. I remember watching that.
And do you remember who got named?
No, I can't.
Really?
My brains. What did
you seriously did not hear my name when that shit happened get mentioned?
I'll admit it did sound kind of like your name. I was
like,
that.
It's like it's
I'm playing it back in my head. I'm playing it back in my head right now. Yeah.
And it's like I was on the panel for that one. I had to come up because I was having technical issues. Then all of a sudden, it sounded like something came across saying, "We want Dakota Francis," and I'm just typing in the chat. Did that just fucking say my name?
That was quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen, that's listening to the podcast side of things. When Dakota said that, his screen just went really blurry. The hail thing blurred. No, just one wee bit, as if it was focusing. The whole thing blurred.
I mean, there, I just shook my whole desk and it didn't do it. So
that was interesting.
That's what I couldn't help find kind of awkward. It was like, fucking hell, Mike, what else have you got for us?
See, the thing is, Mike said he'd never seen a UFO. He's never seen a UFO, and he's always wanted to experience it. I wonder if it's just his way. Yeah, I mean,
here's the thing. There's those series out there, like creatures like Bigfoot, Mothman, may actually have some kind of ET connection.
Yes.
In Elena's book, I don't think I mentioned this part. We got to do like a whole book review series.
Oh, yeah,
in Elena's latest book, The Cedars, Return of the Gods, she mentioned that in some of the messages she received, that when, I believe it was when the Anunnaki came, when some of the cedar races came, they came with a species that was very similar to the modern descriptions of a Sasquatch, or of the Yeti, I should say. So,
see, I've heard that story told throughout my internet exploring. I've also heard that the Sasquatch was put here for a reason. Have you heard the one where they think that Sasquatch, Bigfoot, or whatever you want to call him, was put here to watch man? To watch us?
Basically the idea behind Elena's book was that Sasquatch needed a new world.
Yeah.
And this was one of the closest ones that had the right conditions they could live. So who's to say that in order to find this new world, they had to buddy up with someone and make a deal?
Maybe they've been given technology so they can stay hidden.
I mean, granted, that this kind of goes back to the whole
it
doesn't take much to confuse humans.
No, it doesn't.
Argument. But at the same time, you can't exactly ignore the fact that whenever there's potentially legitimate skinwalker, Bigfoot, Mothman, sometimes there's weird lights in the sky right around the same time these things show up.
Talking about weird lights in the sky, you want to play the next video that's there? The green one, the night vision one.
I think Dr. Greer actually showed something similar to this one in one of his little documentaries.
Look at that.
The flying V's. Wait. Hold on.
Yes. Now, it's been actually proposed that this could be one of the TR3B.
A TR3B is a full.
What is it?
It has a full body, but if you actually look towards the back end of, let's say the boomerang, there's nothing there. It's just that wishbone V shape.
Yes.
So it's like, to my knowledge, there isn't one that's readily available. However, I have seen some concept art for aircraft that match that description.
I mean, I actually watched this. I've watched this maybe about 500 times, right? I mean, it's obviously in orbit. It's high up, right? That guy, whatever he's doing, he's doing a good job of trying to follow it. That is quite big, whatever it is. And you know there is UFOs being reported that are exactly V-shaped. And they've got like wee round bits on them. You know what I'm talking about? Has Elena's book not got one with UFOs in it that's got the V-shaped?
Yeah, for a lot of her first book, A Gift from the Stars, she provides like a guide to ET species, and she actually includes in the sketches of what these beings look like for most of them, I should say, the type of craft they've been known to fly in.
I mean, let's just watch this. I'll just play it again.
Bring it up.
For people listening to the podcast, guys, it's a night vision camera watching this V thing. This is why you really need to watch your stuff. Or go to We Are Light on TikTok.
It's like, obvious. Well, hold up. Wait a sec. I just saw something.
Did you not
catch that?
Did you see it?
That's something that came off of that?
Aye. I was waiting for you to say something.
It was like, whoa, hold on. Now
it's
that
like
I'm paying attention.
At the back. I've watched this a lot of times.
Now, here's something that we should probably specify. In space, there's not really a lot to work against when it comes to flight. Like you had to deal with on Earth, you had to deal with wind resistance, lift. There's so much there. You don't really have that in space. So technically, they wonder, why do all these spaceships have all these kind of weird shapes to them? They don't.
It doesn't matter what shape they are.
They don't matter if they're just flying through space. But then the argument comes up, okay, it doesn't matter if that's just for when they're in space, why are they coming to Earth? Somehow the way their propulsion works makes it to where it eliminates outside forces.
But what you've got to remember too, that was in orbit, that was in space. That guy was using a night vision telescope, right? That was big. That was big. That was bigger than the International Space Station. That was bigger than the International Space Station. Do you want to watch that again and watch? Do you want to watch that again? Because there's actually two. There's something comes out the back, and then there's something shooting past it.
Okay, now you got my interest since I saw that.
Get closely. No.
Would you stop it?
When you go, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Okay, we're playing. Leave it alone.
Closely.
Now, towards the beginning there, it almost looks like you kind of see something distant trying to follow it.
Just wait for it. It's as if there's a shuttle leaves the back yet. Yeah.
There's that
See
one.
the UFO at the back?
Yeah.
See, now it's turning.
There's...
See the orb?
Uh-huh.
When he loses it for a second, as if there's like a wee orb comes out. You see it?
Yep. Yeah, remember, that is pretty considerable size to be able to pick up that much detail.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on a night vision camera.
Yeah. Yeah. One more time.
Why not?
Look at that again.
Okay. Didn't realize we became an ASMR channel.
I know. Yes. Watch the UFO.
Subscribe to Bald and Bonkers.
Let's go ahead and see it coming down at the back.
Yeah.
That's.
It almost looks like there's
that's how big the International Space Station would be.
It almost looks like there's more than just those two main ones, but the camera just can't pick it up right off the bat.
Yeah, but you know, it's like it's going through the air. It's going through the air like this, right? Well, it's not going through the air. It's going through space very slowly. But after that one passes it, it's as if it looks turned round. Do you notice that? Mm-hmm. Side on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing one. That I find that one fascinating. And honestly, guys, if you want to, I'll upload more next week for the channel. I've got so many that I upload. I've actually got 10 to upload this week. So, But anyway, do you want to show them something else, Dakota? What about this one?
Oh, bring it up, baby.
This is.
Yeah, this is. If I'm not mistaken,
podcast
I've seen
listeners.
this one before. So for the podcast listeners, we have somebody out in the middle of the ocean recording a light formation off in the distance.
Yep. You need to keep playing it a couple of times.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll play it again.
I'll let you touch it so we're not accidentally shutting each other off.
You'll let me touch it. Thank you very much.
After yesterday's episode, I think we better be careful what we say. You dirty, dirty man.
The guys out in the boat, let me explain it really quickly for the people that's listening to the podcast. Imagine yourself out in the boat, the sun's starting to set, the red sky at night, and you look across into the horizon, and maybe about 500 feet above the sea level, there's maybe about 30 or 40 glowing orbs just sitting there. But they're quite far away. I would say they were a good 2 miles, 3 miles away. So I would say each one was the size of a bus, probably a wee bit bigger.
Yeah.
So it's
careful about making claims like that, but it's something to consider.
Big. I mean, people are like, oh yeah. It's maybe some ships out at sea, floating in mid-air about 600 feet above the sea. I'll play it one more time. You can see they're in the clouds, whatever they are. And it's not a reflection. It can't be a reflection because What's your opinion?
I would like to know more about this video.
I'll give you the original after. Because in the original, I didn't want to play the music. And there's also a man speaking. And they're out in a fishing boat. The video's actually a wee bit longer. They're out in a fishing boat. And the guy's like, look at this, look at this. And the captain's like, look at this, guys. And that, he pans round because I cut it. I sliced it and edited it. And he pans round. There's people standing or pointing at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's... You see, at the exact same time, there was another video come out on TikTok, and it's actually out on YouTube too. And it's a passenger airliner flying. It's actually on my channel. And it's a passenger airliner flying along, and the people are looking down, and it's all sea below them. And it's thousands of these little dots floating above the sea. You've seen the one, you know the one I'm talking about. What was if that was that? And that was the guy in the water.
Would be incredible, because that would validate the sighting having more than one angle.
The next video is an interesting one. Now,
yes,
what I found out, it is Detroit. I think it's Detroit. It didn't state where it was, but when the guy, obviously I've edited out the sound, when the guy was speaking in the right American accent, you could tell it does look like Detroit. I'll bring it up. Now, for people on the podcast side, imagine the city at night, cloudy sky with these flying fireballs that are moving up and down.
No, not Detroit. St. Louis.
People, is it St. Louis? Is that what you think it is?
St. Louis, the Arch.
Because it doesn't say in the video. Let me play it again. People have said in the video, people messaged me on TikTok and says it's a meteor storm. When did a meteor turn around at a 30-degree angle, go up, go down, and turn around and disappear? Meteors go straight down. They don't turn round and go up. You can see one going up the way. It's actually going back up the way.
Yeah, here's the thing. Sometimes meteors do alter their trajectory on the way down. It's because they hit certain kinds of air pockets and stuff like that. But that drastic of a change, not likely.
One comes down like that, and then it turns. And it goes down, and then it goes back up again. And then it turns round.
Yeah.
And it just disappears and just disappears.
Yeah, they would have to hit some pretty severe air pockets. The stuff that that would stir up turbulence if you're riding on an airplane, that would even rattle the fucking flight crew.
I mean, I don't know what would cause that. That's the only information I had. It was a US city. That's all I had. And the guy speaking in the background, he's in a yacht. He's actually in a yacht. He's actually bobbing about in a yacht. And they're like, look at that, look at that. And they're all having a party because it's actually 2 minutes long. And he turns around and all the people are standing, drinking like champagne and stuff. And they look across and they see this. Mm-hmm. So there's been a lot of these things. See that there? If you look up the UFO sightings on TikTok in the UK, it's exactly the same as them. Mm-hmm. I said they're doing like loops and they're going around.
This is why I wanted to try to aim the documentary to show that it's not just one small demographic of people that's experiencing these things.
Yeah, it's
the veil. It's almost like the veil is lifting, and even people that had absolutely no disposition to the ET topic, besides maybe watching like shows like Independence Day.
It's weird you said that, and I'll tell you why it's weird you say that. I was watching a thing on TikTok the other night. I've been watching a lot of TikTok lately, and there was this medium talking. And I know we're getting into kind of medium stuff in that, but she was talking about the Galactic Command and stuff like that. And she was actually saying, I think it's the 25th or the 26th, there's an energy wave coming towards the Earth, and it's got to change everything. Which I find quite interesting, because one of her friends predicted something on the 24th.
No, it wasn't on the 24th.
When was it? Was it 25th?
Nope.
6th?
Nope.
When was it then?
Remember, we were having this little debate on whether or not to mention it, because if you say it, it might alter the trajectory to where it doesn't necessarily happen, or it might accidentally prime people. Right. Basically, well, here, we'll go put it like this. Now, granted, I'm going to say this, take it with a grain of salt. No matter how good you think this person may be, there's been some actions lately that might make some people question. I'll admit, not saying this to badmouth them, but I'm just saying, always take these things with a grain of salt until you know for sure, because chances are you can't know for sure unless until it's too late. But within the next 2 weeks, apparently there's going to be something happening.
Yeah,
we'll give that much.
It's quite interesting because the psychic person, it's not the only psychic person I've come into, it's like a new age person I've come in contact with. I've been talking about something happening this month. So I knew there's like an energy wave headed toward the earth.
Well, you got to realize, Chris, you got to remember, there's been shit shooting out of a black hole and it's been hitting the earth.
How's that? What's this like? When's this?
It's been hitting for a while now. But here's the thing. Something is escaping a black hole, which is supposed to not be able to happen. And the energy from those blasts is hitting the earth.
It brings you up to another point. What about this comet? This green comet, which is very interesting.
It was discovered last year. From its projected trajectory, the last time anybody would have been able to physically see it with their own eyes was 50,000 years ago. So it's supposed to. Here, I want to look this up because I like stargazing, and anytime something like this happens, the weather always decides to go against me.
Nah.
I see it's called C 2022 E3. I'm trying to find dates to where you should be able to see it with a naked eye. It's starting this month, so very soon.
See, that's quite interesting, that because throughout history, when bad things happen in the world, there's always a comet. Do you know see the similarities? There was a comet.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore that's built up. All right, here we go. According to NASA, the newly discovered comet is expected to reach its closest proximity to the sun on January 12th. Then, about 3 weeks later, towards February 1st, that's going to be when it's the closest to Earth. It's big and close enough to where we should be able to see it with the naked eye in that time frame. I'll go ahead and put the link to the news article I just read that off of in the chat real quick, so that way y'all can check it out.
Makes you wonder, is something going to happen when the comet arrives?
I don't know.
You ever seen that film? Is it Night of the Comet? When the woman wakes up and everybody's like turned to dust and there's only a couple of zombies running about. I'm going back in time, guys. I'm from the 80s. He's for the 90s.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm from the 90s. There's. All right. You also got to consider, like I said, there's a lot of lore surrounding comets throughout history. Often been seen as the end of the world. Meteor showers, they're caused by, the Earth just simply passing into a debris field from a comet.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's the 2020s, man. Alien invasion and zombie apocalypse is considered highly likely.
Yeah, you get. I will admit there's a lot of fake news out there. There's a lot of fake news out there, but the UFO stuff lately has been taking off. I mean, there's been a lot of a lot of strange things going on.
I mean, there's
More
a
than usual.
Harvard professor, fully certified, fully tenured, who recently put out a news article, put out a peer-reviewed paper, mind you. And here's a link right here. And this is honestly someone I'm going to try to get on the show at one point because I think it would be a fascinating topic. He doesn't directly say that. He fully admits that the number he gives in this paper may be exaggerated. It may be a completely natural phenomenon like space rock, asteroids, meteors, stuff like that. But he fully believes that there may be as many as 4 quintillion alien spacecraft in our solar system.
Yeah. So basically, guys, the rest of the solar system is populated with highly intelligent beings, and they're like, don't go into this section of space. This is where the humans stay. And basically, all the UFOs that are turning up are just tourists.
I mean, they say the beings that were collected at Roswell were kids going on a joyride.
See, I had a theory about this, right? And I kind of this has got to sound crazy. But what happens if, right? What happens if that was deliberate? What happens if it was deliberate?
Allegedly,
what
it was.
If they thought that? What happens if they
allegedly
thought to themselves,
it was?
Yeah, let's give them a little bump. Let's give them a little bit of technology to help them. Let's see how good they are at pulling things apart. A scientific experiment.
Now, obviously, it would be easy to make these kind of claims, and this is kind of this is a point I kind of want to extend out before we close the show.
Yeah, that
a lot of the claims when it involves the UFO phenomenon, star seeds, all that stuff. A lot of the major claims of, and in fact, I'll even toss myself into this. The reason why I seemingly have so much weird shit that circles around me is that they figured out loopholes to interact with us without directly interacting with us.
Yeah.
Without messing up our evolution.
Yeah.
Because they found, much like if a parent spends too much time and gives a child everything they want, the child's not going to learn and grow. They're going to grow, but they're not exactly going to mature, evolve, and become something better, which explains a lot of so-called adults nowadays.
Yeah. I think they're watching us and they're waiting for us to do the right thing in this world. And I think when that day happens, I think they'll be right. I think they're ready. But wars in the Middle East and wars in Europe and all that, I think they're just sitting back waiting to see what happens. They're maybe get 2 experiments to do. They're probably thinking, right, if they wipe themselves out, if they go to nuclear war, we could probably stop the nuclear weapons and we probably could do and save them. And that's what they probably will do. But if they don't do that and we start working together for a better hope, I think better things will happen.
Like I said, just you said my point exactly right there, Chris. When people go out to do like CE5 sessions, they're not, yes, they may be interested in contact, but their main intent behind the situation is to basically validate their own opinions about the phenomenon. They can be given, literally wrapped in a pretty bow, all the cure to everything in the world, and it would be suppressed immediately.
Yeah.
Either for financial gain or that person would just disappear.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that people have disappeared because they've had innovative they brought new innovations that we completely, I was like 9 years
Tesla.
Look at what Tesla. Here's one that's a bit more recent. I believe I was like 10 years old when this news started coming out that someone discovered a type of bacteria that completely prevents and reverses tooth decay.
Yep.
But
that would destroy the toothpaste industry.
Where to go? Exactly.
That would destroy the toothpaste industry.
And let's go and tell the stories about someone the person who managed to build a car that was running off of water.
Mm-hmm.
Just water.
Yeah.
He ended up dead.
Yep.
The person on TikTok that was showing people how to basically convert their cars to where it uses more hydrogen, a lot more fuel efficient, a lot more effective, a lot cleaner. He was one of the victims in a mass shooting.
Yeah, imagine that.
It's easy to draw connections from random events. I'll give people that, but it's not unknown that the second there's some sort of innovation, something stops. But now here's the other part. Humans have had a nasty tendency throughout history to not learn unless we get one hell of a slap across the face.
Exactly. Look, World War One. Technology was invented then. Tanks, better aircraft, better bombs, better weapons. World War Two, the jet fighter, the helicopter, submarines, the nuclear bomb. Right? What's going to happen? Look at technology now with drones and I mean the CIA or whoever there that's in charge. They're probably watching this and they'll probably cut my transmission. They've got satellites that could read a postage stamp. If you sat a postage stamp outside your house, they could read that postage stamp.
Mm-hmm.
And people go, no, don't be stupid. Oh, yes.
Oh, no, it could be done.
It can be done.
They say if you had to bury a body, bury him head first because plots of land roughly 6 feet long can be marked for investigation.
Yeah.
From satellite.
Yeah.
People are probably wondering, Dakota, why do you know this? You don't need to know.
No, you don't. You don't want to know.
A good man has no, as Doctor Who says, a good man has no reason to have rules. Now's not a good time to find out why I have so many.
Yeah. But I would say, what's in the cards for next week's shows before we go off?
I don't know. We might have a guest. We might not have. We might be able to expand on the company stuff. We may not. Is this Dakota's way of saying we don't have anything planned yet? Probably.
I might have some more videos. I'll get that video of the helicopter and the UFO. Upload it for next week, for next Sunday.
And I got to thinking, Chris, as we were getting ready to shut down the show, you remember that question Brian and Lex asked us last time we were on Through the Lens?
That's right. Yeah, I don't know.
Which one? Say out of like UFOs, ghosts, and cryptids, which, if we could prove one existed beyond the reasonable doubt, which one it would be? And we both answered UFOs.
Yeah.
You got to consider it, ladies and gentlemen. People try to say, oh, there's all this proof of ghosts, but not UFOs. Don't fucking kid yourselves. You don't know that you're dealing with a ghost.
Yeah.
Did you know they've actually found that electron particles can actually collect in a location and move objects around?
Yeah.
And it would look like somebody is manipulating them. Somebody you can't see is messing them around.
Yeah.
We don't know that the ghosts are there. When it comes to cryptids, new animals are discovering all the time.
Yes.
Cryptids is animals not yet categorized. So we may figure out that Bigfoot, is some type of big ass fucking orangutan. There's going to be new cryptids. UFOs.
We need to get Asher's. Asher's, if you're watching this, we need to get you on a show with us one Sunday night.
Stop standing people up whenever you get booked.
I know she has got a great radio station.
No,
but honestly,
she's good at what she does. I'll give her that.
Yeah, but look, going back to the ghost stuff and all that. Ghosts are energy. It's an energy when you die, the energy leaves the body and it goes to the great beyond. I don't know. I'll look in until my day comes. Hopefully. a long time.
Let's face it. We can't tell what ghosts are unless we start killing a bunch of people and wait for them to come back.
See, I'm 40 now, guys. He's 27, so hopefully,
Yeah, we
I'll
got
go
to
before
a
him,
discussion where I basically said if I die before him, it's sadder.
See, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? See, it was like that discussion you had where you wanted to. It was like that discussion you had where you wanted to use me as a human sacrifice at Dracula's castle.
Well, hey, I was
and you people in the chat, and I'm going to talk to you people in the chat. You wanted me to be sacrificed just because you wanted.
Hey, blame Lisa. Those were Lisa's people.
Lisa, terrible.
Oh God.
You know?
That was. We should have done like a highlight reel for like one of our last shows of the year, and have that on there, and put out merch.
Imagine sacrificing me just to know that there's life after death.
I put like make t-shirt merch with like a castle in the background.
Put it this way, ladies and gentlemen.
You hooked up like a pig over a campfire, slowly turning you.
Look at it this way, ladies and gentlemen. If I do die before Dakota, I will be his personal poltergeist.
Hey, you're not my first dead loved one that has done that.
But don't worry, you'll be getting a priest in to save you, because that's what you'll need. I can guarantee it. Me and Mike will be there.
You realize I am a certified minister, right?
That doesn't matter. Me and Mike we'll figure a way out. We'll take turns.
Yeah, I know you two already like taking turns.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, before we go off, don't you like Dakota's new hat and T-shirt? Can you tell us a wee bit about that before we go off?
Okay, this is not merch we're selling, dude.
I know it's no, but I'm just saying it's nice. It's kind of glowy. It's kind of like glowing. It's maybe just my eyes.
So Gabriel Iglesias, fluffy. He's special at Dodger Stadium.
He's a fan.
Dude, he follows us.
Does he? Hello, Gabriel.
It's like he's been following me for years.
You should get him on the show.
I've tried.
It'd be good to have a comedian on the show. Come on, we'll all dress up and all the gear and all that,
Trust me, I've been trying, but the man is on the road like 360 days out of the year.
Tell him we could arrange a UFO to pick him up or something like that and fly him about or something like that,
Well, he did do a horror movie spoof with Marlon Wayans, so he may be into it. I don't know.
You just want to be out in the wilds in the dark nights with him. Come this way, Gabriel.
I was wanting to get a picture with him when I. I wanted to get a picture with him when I went to his concert last year for my birthday, but a pregnant lady fucked that up.
Oh, that's terrible. A pregnant lady. Oh, that's terrible.
A pregnant woman went into labor during the show.
That's terrible, Dakota. She should have been dragged out so you could enjoy your show.
No, it was close to the end of the show. All of a sudden, people were screaming in the front that her water broke. And no, I was actually really impressed with Gabriel. He made sure that everybody stayed down so they could get her out of there into the hospital because she was going into labor.
Is it that funny he made her water break?
Apparently.
She must have been laughing. What was he talking about?
Oh, God. Okay, if you actually seen his special, it's actually out on Netflix now.
I'll go and watch it after. That's all. I'll watch it.
I've seen most of that show in live, except for the part where he talks about the fact that there is camcorder footage somewhere out there that he is desperately wanting back because it shows him completely stripping down.
Anybody wants to sell that, please contact Bonkers. Bonkers.
I don't want that footage.
We could use it. We could say, listen, do you want to come on the show? We've got a little present for you. We're going to play it live.
Why would you want to do that?
Because I don't know. I just would like to.
This ain't Jerry Springer, motherfucker.
What you mean,
Jerry?
You still get Jerry Springer's. He's still alive.
Yeah, he's Judge Jerry now.
Oh my God. Oh my god, that must be terrible.
I haven't watched
Well, anyway,
it
ladies
yet,
and
but
gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the show tonight, and hopefully we'll have new and exciting evidence to show you next time on the show,
yes.
and more interesting guests, you know. So I'll catch you all later. Dakota, do you want to say any final words before we go?
I don't know. It was like, what do you think about this? I was talking about how I'm designing a course, for people to be able to do their own podcasts like this and
That's
get
right.
it out. Think about it this. What if we offered a little bonus to anybody who actually completes the course and decides to follow through with what we taught them?
Yeah.
We help them get their show off the ground by letting them come on as a guest.
That's a good idea. So if
Because
you want,
because
that's
we do put the shows on IMDb, so that'll help you get free marketing on one of the with a movie company owned by one of the biggest companies in the world right now, Amazon.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I will say this: it's actually quite cheap rates that you're offering. Was it $10?
Yeah, I'm thinking, $10.
That's actually really good. That's actually really good because you can't buy much for $10 now. You can't.
For how much we're going to be offering? Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Contact Bold and Bonkers. I'm sure Dakota will have the links there for it.
Baldandbonkers.net is all you need to find all the stuff we got going on.
Yes. And plus you get to come and meet me and Dakota. What a treat. Well, that's right.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why.
You could offer this. There you go. There's a Scottish word. You could offer this as a prime thing. If you compete it within a certain period, I'll take the night off, and you could be Dakota's co-host for the show.
Why are you trying to ditch me?
I'm not ditching you. I'm just saying. You. It'd be like a star prize to be one of the co-hosts. Well, if you want to do it, me and the other guy would do it. If you're fine with that.
Well, I don't know. I may just have to make sure you have to have the night off the next time we have Elena on.
You wouldn't do that. You know she calls me Little Scotty.
Yeah, she addressed herself as mommy last time we had her on.
I know.
This one got excited.
I get excited. I can't help it.
Elena, we love you. You know we do.
It's look, Elena, if you're watching this, it's the French accent. I can't help myself.
Okay,
and anyway,
honestly, dude.
What?
From what she's mentioned on her videos, you getting excited at Elena calling herself mommy is the least disgusting thing she's seen.
Well,
to be completely honest,
she's a good-looking woman. Yeah, I mean,
I'm in.
It's all coming out now, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
It's all coming out.
Says the guy who flipped me off for a guest giving me her number.
Terrible. Terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Terrible, you know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have a fantastic week. And I hope you all get abducted by aliens, especially the ones that visit Dakota in the night, you know.
Hey, that's my wife, asshole.
Well, there you go. She's a pretty woman, you know, with blonde hair, you know.
Oh, God.
I know, ladies and gentlemen. Right, ladies and gentlemen, catch you all later. And Dakota's going to play an awesome trailer now, aren't you, Dakota?
We're going to play us out while Chris is going to suddenly fall victim to gun violence.